Dead Rising 2 Off the Record is one of the weirdest ideas for a video game that I've ever seen in any franchise. Off the Record is a reimagining of Dead Rising 2, but instead of Chuck Green, it stars a washed-up Frank West in the title role. It poses a what-if scenario of what if Frank West had actually been there. Off the Record starts with a cutscene detailing Frank's fall from grace before he's thrown into his own Terror is Reality challenge to complete. When leaving the show, Frank is then stuck in an elevator when the outbreak actually happens, mirroring the original game. After making his way to the safe room, Frank then goes out into the mall to find Zombrax and also save anyone that he can while he's out there. On one of his return trips to the safe house, he witnesses Rebecca Chang doing a news report, placing the blame for the outbreak entirely on Stacy and the group Cure. Stacy then asks for Frank's help in clearing her name, and he agrees to find the truth and get to the bottom of the story. The basic gameplay is the same as it was in the original Dead Rising 2, where you can use almost anything in the environment as a weapon, and also combine various weapons together inside of maintenance rooms to create combo weapons. The new area that they added to the game does look pretty cool, like a futuristic theme park, and it's complete with various themed rides and stores. Outside of solving the mystery, the big focus of the game is, as per usual, saving as many people as you can. And unfortunately, the survivor AI actually seems to be worse in Off the Record. They constantly get stuck on the environment or on each other, and I had multiple survivors actually kill each other as they were attacking zombies. Photographs return, as do PP stickers throughout the mall that you need to find. The psychopaths do return, with one new addition in the form of a clown, who is actually the brother of Adam the Clown that you fought in the first Dead Rising. Chuck also makes a cameo as a psychopath and provides some pretty cutting commentary on the series as a whole. There's also a separate sandbox mode which is attached to your save file, and in this you can explore the mall with infinite time, and the cash and experience that you gather will transfer over to the story mode. But there's also specific challenges for you to complete, and getting gold on them is tied to the various trophies and achievements. Speaking of, there's a fair few trophies to track down, including some that are really obscure, like getting the very first survivor you rescue, Denise, to attack the head of the army when he arrives multiple days later. But otherwise, they're pretty run-of-the-mill and honestly easier than the trophies in Dead Rising 2. So Off the Record is a very unique experiment, as I've never really seen a company try and overwrite some of their games like this before. I do like some of the things that Off the Record brought to the table, but I also found that the story left a lot to be desired. And just overall, the plot was so similar to the original Dead Rising 2 that it didn't really leave much of an impact. It's a very fun game if you just want to mess around, and it is cool to see Frank back in the driver's seat again, but there's just not enough original content here to make it worth your time if you've played Dead Rising 2, and especially knowing that everything that happens is considered entirely non-canon, it ultimately just ends up feeling like a disposable experience.